Yesterday we were told Meru is in crisis.
Yes.
And we were told there is, if it goes unchecked, it is an unmitigated disaster.
Yes.
I'm using the words of the council for the county assembly. And we were told that democracy has produced unintended consequences in Meru.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that? Is there a crisis in Meru?
No crisis.
Is there a problem in Meru?
No, there is a misunderstanding. The working relationship between the county assembly and the executive is not good. I don't know how to engage that one to the extent of the question that you've asked me.
We were told yesterday that for Meru to settle down, to have peace and have development, we need to sacrifice one person. I'm still using the words of the council, of the council for the county assembly. We need to sacrifice one person who is the cause of the storm. Who is the cause of the storm in Meru?
It's everyone. I'm saying this because the governor, in my presence, has tried to best of our ability to make sure that the crises that are in Meru are handled.
So it is everyone, including the governor?
Yes.
Good. All right. To me, you look like one of the very close people to the governor. Now that you seem to know everything around the governor, the meetings she attends and the people she meets, and possibly her confidence, the inner circle. Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
It is true. So if this select committee of the Senate finds the governor culpable of the charges that are before us, you would also admit that you have failed in your duty as one of the advisors of the governor?
On this question, I want to say I'm part of those people that have tried to mediate in my level.
I'm talking about, not even to mediate, I'm talking about handling the governor, the governor's handlers. Does the governor has an advisory council or an advisory team, which I want to believe you must be part of?
Yes, it is there.
It is there?
Yes.
So if we uphold the impeachment motion, you will have let Meru down?
Yes.
You will be among the people who have let Meru down?
On this question, I want to say categorically that we, those that are with the governor, we've tried our best. Governor has complied with all our requests for her. Governor has also complied with the requests for those that are outside. For example, she 100% complied with the request from the Council of Governors and allowed the MCAs now to come down.
Gatobu, we are here and Kenya is watching. We want to solve the problem in Meru.
Yes.
Would you say that the governor is a difficult person to deal with?
She is not.
Would you say that because all other leaders have been unable to work with her, what would you then say is a problem? Is it you, the advisors? Is it the spouse? Is it the governor, Kawera, the person? We need to get the problem in Meru.
The major problem that we have in Meru is the one that you mentioned. I want to be very clear on this. When you give a demand to the governor that is not tenable. For example, the MCAs have said categorically, and that's why we are able to bring even the videos that are outside this motion, because we felt that that is where the major problem
Mr.
is.
Gatobu, you're not being honest, because we have watched videos here of roadside declarations, things that ordinarily a leader may not be expected of. So, would you tell us you are the one advising the governor to make roadside declarations, to do employment in the streets, to shout at every leader, to attack the church?
In my own assessment, I want to say, and that's what I want to repeat, the problem that is in Meru, to be very sincere from the bottom of my heart, is not what is contained in the in Meru County.
Chair, I rest my case.
Sure. Senator Okech, I'd seen your light first.
Thank you, Chair. I'll be very brief, actually. You have been, in your introduction and in a number of questions by different council members and one member of this committee, you have been asked, in the county of Meru, who do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself a staff of the governor's office, or do you consider yourself an employee of the County Public Service Board of Meru?
I'm a staff in the governor's office.
You're a staff in the governor's office?
Yes.
Chair, I hope you take note on that, because the witness said when Senator Ali Roba asked that you are an employee of the County Public Service Board. But that said, you did indicate that there are processes that establish the governor's staff, right?
Yes.
Are you aware of those processes?
Yes.
Did you indicate that one of them is conducting interviews? One of them is the County Public Service Board conducts interviews,
Yes.
and then recommends to the governor?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is not competitive.
Is what?
It is not competitive.
It's not competitive.
Yes.
That's fine. I want to turn you to page 20, page 90 of volume 2 of the governor's papers. Are you there?
Yes.
There are officers there that are indicated with a communication from the Secretary of the Meru County Public Service Board to you, right?
Yes.
To appoint, right?
Yes.
The indication there is that the letter is dated on 1st September 2022.
Yes.
And in the body of that letter, there is a request that you had sent to the Meru County Public Service Board on 30th of August.
Yes.
Are we together up to there?
Yes.
Is it in your understanding that the Meru County Public Service Board did an interview to the officers indicated here between 30th August 2022 and 1st September 2022?
That is, I am seeing the difference of 1 day, but that was their responsibility, and that is the response
That's
that I
not
got.
what I've asked. Are you convinced that between 30th August 2022 and 1st September 2022, there was a conducted interview for the officers indicated here? Are you convinced? That's my question.
I'm convinced.
Okay. The last question, Chair, to this witness. You have given a number of communications between you as the Chief of Staff and the Meru County Public Service Board between, let me just go to page 49. I don't want to go to the specifics. Page 49 and page 59. most of the letters that were letters of inquiry from you to the Meru County Public Service Board. For instance, on page 29, there is a letter on the appointment of the gentleman, the first gentleman, and below listed people, right?
Yes.
And they are dated 22nd November 2022.
Yes.
And the responses are generally on 23rd November 2022.
Yes.
Are we together in this?
Yes, we are together.
Were these letters, in your own understanding, that were these letters to the board your normal diligence duty, or a pure response to a coming impeachment motion?
On this, I want to reference to what happened. This is the second impeachment motion that we have. Some of the letters.
No. Witness, you're not going to frame my question and then answer them.
Yes.
I'm asking you a specific question. Were these letters to because the dates are very clear here.
Yes.
And you know you have provided the dates when the pronouncements of appointments were also made. I have them, right? Which some of them span to about 2 months before these letters.
Yes.
So I'm asking you, were these letters sent as your own diligence process, meaning that you're taking your own responsibility as your roles in your capacity as a chief of staff, or were these in response or in preparation for the impeding impeachment motion?
Actually, you are true. These letters were after we received the motion, when the governor received the motion, and in the motion, there was indication of these names. That is the time we wrote the letters to get the information.
Not we, it is you who wrote the letters.
Yes, it's
I'm
me.
very specific with you.
Yes.
So you wrote them as a function of coming impeachment.
It's true.
So without the impeachment, are you trying to insinuate that you wouldn't have written these letters as a diligence process?
Yes, I could not have requested for them.
The last question to you. Between the time that pronouncements, for instance, of the first gentleman and the time you're writing these letters, in your own understanding, what were the tasks that the first gentleman was doing in the county based on the appointment that you know?
He was working on the Korea program, and I didn't know at any point it will bring the issue that we have today.
So you are sure this committee that he was working?
Under the Korea program, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Chair.
Tangwa.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mr. Harrison.
Yes.
I can see you're very conversant with matters governance.
Yes, thank you.
That's a good thing. I'm going to ask you simple questions. What is Mbirwa?
Mbirwa is a fox in Kimeru.
A fox.
Yes.
So if I called you a fox, what would be your recourse? What would you do to me?
There is no problem with that.
So
you know, in Meru, we have people even that are called by names of animals in Meru.
Okay.
For example, we have Mpaka. Mpaka refers to a cat, but we have many Mpakas in Meru. We have Ng'ombe, referring to a cow, but we have people that are called by animals' name. What happened in the history of Meru? If you are born after the person that was born before you died, you are named by the name of an animal.
So calling you a fox wouldn't be an insult?
That is not an insult.
Okay. Between you, the chief of staff, and the county secretary, who could be seen to be more competent to appear before this committee to give evidence on behalf of the governor?
It is the county secretary, but allow me to add something. Even in terms of the lawyers, the official person that could have done this is the attorney, the county attorney. In the matters that are relating to county government, the county secretary and legally the county attorney are the ones that are in charge of that. But in this matter, it is the governor as a person. What is in trial is not the county government of Meru, but governor as a person. That's why even he has gone ahead to get private legal team to represent him.
Okay. Up to there, let's go to the committee that was appointed or formed during the taxi stakeholders meeting. You told us the committee was formed to investigate and maybe report to the governor on why there were wrangles between different taxi operators. What was the treasurer for that committee?
The committee that was formed was from among the members of taxi.
Yeah, I heard the governor say you're the organizing secretary, you're the treasurer. Were they supposed to pay some fines, pay for their sins? What was the treasurer? What was he to collect? What was he to manage?
There was an issue that they also mentioned about the money that they were supposed to pay. I don't know which committee, one of the committee was to pay the other committee. It was antagonist between the two committees, or between the two operators that was being handled.
Quick one. The speaker, as per the law, is an MCA. And when we are having events, the speaker always speaks when in protocol-wise, from the governor, deputy governor. If the national leaders are not there, it's the speaker who comes third.
It's true.
So would we say that the speaker is the spokesperson of the assembly?
Yes.
So by him conveying what the MCAs have agreed, would you call that partisan?
No.
Okay. You played the video of MCA DMK before he was elected for the second time, where he was telling the people of Meru not to vote for the governor. Then you played another video after the election, maintaining his stand. Could we say he was right?
It was not right. What I saw in the video, in the two clips, is a personal beef for him.
Personal beef.
Yes.
Second last question. The governor is seen in most videos doing roadside declarations and appointments, which you have watered down that he never employed anybody because there was no letters of appointments or pay slips and all that.
Yes.
Are you calling the governor a liar? He's lying to the people of Meru.
He's not lying. She's not lying to the people of Meru. The only difference that something that is not very clear that I want to make it very clear, governor has been running a program that was there even before she became the women rep of Meru County. That program has been having people that she has employed personally. And she continued that program even after she was elected as the male women rep, and she has continued the same program even after she has become the governor. But now, due to many laws that she has to pray as the governor, that's the time that she delegated the law of ending that Korea program to the first gentleman, who is now ending the entire program that is away from the programs or the employment of operations of the county government of Meru.
Okay, we leave it at that. But this is an opinion, and maybe it will help me in proposing some of the recommendations. I would want your opinion on this one. The issue of public participation. MCAs go to the people to ask them whether it's okay for the governor to go. So that is public participation. Then in the issue of the governor employing, is also asking the people, can I employ these people? So why do you think it is okay for the MCAs to ask the people whether the governor should go, and the governor should not ask the people whether he should employ, she should employ?
My reference to the public participation or the employment, I was saying like this.
No. This is not in regards to what you have said. This is. I want to read your opinion.
Yes.
I'm actually trying to help you on this one. This is for you. What I'm trying to say is, do you think it's okay for the MCAs to do public participation, to ask the people whether the governor should go, but it is not okay for the governor to ask the people whom she should employ? In both terms, is that public participation? Would you call it?
Yes, and I support in both cases. The MCAs have right to do public participation for the impeachment of the governor, and have not opposed to the public participation. What I said is that the public participation that was held on the 13th of December for the impeachment of governor was symbolic. I am not opposed to the public participation. What I was opposed is the fight that were there during the public participation.
It's okay. That's all, Chair.
The Vice Chair?
Thank you, Chair. Mine is just to follow up with the 10 million, which was meant to be for the ward development or equalization fund, as you call it, because to me, equalization fund means something else. But this money for the ward development, don't you think it would have been right for the governor to use the MCAs, especially for the development in the ward, so that they work as a team, if there was cooperation and coordination?
Actually, I agree with you 100% on this, and that is the approach the governor has taken.
Yeah, you mean the MCAs literally refuse to work together with the governor, because the MCA is the representative of the people at the ground. I'm not saying that the governor is not, but the MCA is more near to the people, and he knows much better what the locals there need. I mean, the priorities of the projects that they need to do at the ward level. And so I expect the governor to work in coordination with the MCA so that they can deliver to the people of Meru.
I support that 100%. Allow me to read in my, page 6. I want to read page 6 in volume 4. There's something that I want to read. That was the address to the county assembly by the governor. I want to read paragraph 2 of page 6. Mr. Speaker, I invite the honorable members of the assembly that we formulate a joint consultative forum on modalities of establishing an unworkable ward development fund for each ward within the confines of the law. This will also ensure that the elected county assembly members are able to address the surging demands from the electorate. I shall also be engaging the nominated members of the assembly in projects at the grassroots levels, so as to appreciate their position and the law in development of the county and shed the murky tag of flower girls that has been associated with the political parties' nominees. So that was the address of the governor to the county assembly of Meru, to show that she was really willing to work with the MCAs on this issue.
Yes, but from that reading of the script that you have just read, as the governor or you or the people working with the governor tried to reach out to the MCAs and see if they can implement the projects together?
We've tried Even this document was supposed to be in the county assembly, and normally what happens after the governor's address, it is discussed by the members of county assembly for 4 days, and this is what governor wanted them to discuss even in the assembly.
Have they ever communicated with the governor or the office of the governor about any projects that they want to do at the ward level?
Yes, they have.
And what?
Chair, that is the question I wanted to add on the last one. So.
And what happened?
Governor has been telling them, let's come, sit down together, discuss about the modalities, so that we are going to ensure whatever we are going to do is within the law. That has been the take for the governor, and that one has never happened. In all the attempts, including the message from the governor that was read to the county assembly by the speaker, the same was done.
And how about bursaries from the governor's office? How do they reach the people down at the ground?
Bursaries are part of this fund, whereby, for example, when you go to ward like in Kwene, out of the 10 equalization million fund, there is 3 million for bursary, there is 2 million for water, there is 1 million for loans, a total of that equalization fund.
And how do you get to know the needy children from the wards, you know, from the governor going down to the ward without the MCAs being involved?
There is a committee, there is laws that were passed, an act that was passed by the county government of Meru that is governing the same.
From the witnesses who stood there yesterday, all I heard from them, and the governor is here, she can bear witness, is that she's arrogant, she talks to them rudely.
Just give me leave to ask an additional question on the...
Why can't you let me finish and then you come
it's
up?
on this, it's on the ward fund. That's what I just wanted to ask. Just follow up so that I follow through
Never
the thoughts.
mind.
Let me finish. Don't cut my floor, please. Senator, thank you. Because once you cut my floor, then thank you. I don't even know where I was now. Yeah, how does she identify the people who are needy at the ground? Because even as we struggle when we want to know the needy, maybe it will need to go through the MCRs, we need to go through the chiefs and all this. But you say that there is a committee at the ward level or at the governor's level?
It is structured to have a committee at the county level and the ward level. Actually, it is Education Enhancement Act of County Government of Meru of 2018.
There is no doubt that the governor is working because we can see her all over on the videos. But I would ask, I've heard you say in Jesus' name, so I believe you are a Christian.
Yes, I am.
And the governor is also a bishop.
Yes.
So I would pray that unity would come to Meru, because the word of God in the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 1, says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs anger. And that is exactly, according to all what we've gathered here, is exactly what is happening in Meru. So after we do what we are going to do, I hope Meru will be in unity and Meru will work and will move together in unity. And especially working with the MCRs, because there is no way the governor can deliver without the MCRs. And there is no way the MCRs can deliver without the governor. Thank you.